People call the Maga movement fascist all the time, so we are going to do a litmus test and look at a Dr. Britt study from 2003. He looked at 5 fascist movements from Germany to Chile and found 14 elements in common. So these are 14 characteristics that were common across all 5 of these fascist movements. We have powerful and continuing nationalism. The fascist regimes tend to make constant use of patriotic mottos, slogans, symbols, and songs, and other paraphernalia. Flags are seen everywhere, as are flag symbols on clothing and in public displays. I think number 1 is an obvious yes. A MAGA person would tell you that. Disdain for the recognition of human rights. This is where, because of the fear of enemies and the need for security, people are okay with things happening to other people they wouldn't want to happen to them. A good example of this is we have, in quotes, rapists and murderers coming across the border, and we have an enemy and a need for security, so we are going to start a mass military style deportation effort regardless of the cost or toll of life. And that's an obvious yes. And it's not just that. There's a lot of examples of that. Identification of enemies and scapegoats as a unifying cause. This is the patriotic frenzy over the need to eliminate a perceived common threat. And if you look at MAGA, if there's nothing they're passionate about protecting America against liberals, communists, socialists, and terrorists. So I think number 3 is a resounding yes. Supremacy of the military, number 4. Of course, we spend a disproportionate amount of our money on the military, but the second part is really the differentiator, which is glamorizing the military. If you look at the first video on the White House website, it was pretty much 100% soldiers, military, him saluting, glamorizing the military. And of course, if you look at supremacy of the military, there's probably not a MAGA person that says no to that one anyway. Rampant sexism, very similar. Opposition to abortion is high. Homophobia, anti-gay, traditional gender roles, the traditional mom movement, and of course the executive order by Trump on day 1 that deems that we have 2 genders, man, woman, nothing else. They can't be changed. Number 5 is obvious, yes. Controlling the mass media means controlling the message over the media, controlling the media to make sure your message is the one that's getting out, not somebody else's. The relationship between Fox News and the president's office is no secret. They had the telephone numbers when January 6th was happening. The the other part is, since he's been into office, he has told NPR and some other legitimate news agents that they're going to have to rotate in because he's bringing in OAN, which is a illegitimate non-news source. So the controlling the mass media, especially right now, it is a definite yes. Obsession with national security, if that's a definite yes. If you ask a MAGA person, they'll say yes. Religion and government are intertwined. Yes. I mean, if you ask a MAGA person, they'll tell you they think religion and government should be intertwined. Abortion's illegal. Not much to talk about on that one. Corporate power is protected. Of course, they give the regulation cuts and the tax cuts to the corporations, but it's more than that. It's the business government relationship and powerful elite that combines together so that we do not have control over those who we elect anymore. And the unlimited money from Citizens United is a huge factor in this. This was created by the same people and pushed up to the Supreme Court, and down party lines, the Republicans voted for unlimited money, Democrats voted against unlimited money. This is the biggie that kind of makes the fascist movement run and funds it all, is this business government relationship and powerful elite that leaves out, that makes us not have representation anymore. So that's a definite yes. And the power labor The labor power being suppressed is obviously a yes as well. The disdain for intellectual arts. This is the promotion and tolerance of hostility to higher education and academia. Very similar. If you ask a MAGA person, they'll tell you they don't like academia and the elitists. And Vance himself said that professors are the enemy because they're indoctrinating our children. Number 11 is a definite yes. Obsession with crime and punishment. Police are given almost limitless power. People are often willing to overlook police abuses and even forgo civil liberties in the name of patriotism. So obviously, if you look at the blue line flag, number 12 is an obvious yes. Rampant cronyism and corruption. If you look at who's been nominated since he took power, it's obviously his friends, billionaires, not people that are going in to lead these departments for the good of we the people. It's the cronyism is rampant and not trying to hide it. So that's a definite yes. And another biggie. And the fourth one, fraudulent elections. Many people around Trump and in the organization pleaded guilty and went to jail for attempting to overturn the election using fake electors. And when that failed, we saw January 6th, other people pleaded guilty and went to jail for that, all related to and around him and this movement. So number 14 is a definite yes, even without the Jack Smith report. So we have 14 out of 14 definite yeses. So the obviously, the conclusion is no, there's no problem with fascism. MAGA's not fascist, and there's no problem. We're good. Thanks for watching.